folks, and welcome back once again to my channel. So we're going to do a brief review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't watched the movie, I recommend the movie, and if you haven't watched it, by all means, as much as I don't want to say it, I suggest you switch channels and jump back in once you've watched it. Now, getting back to this movie, is it good? Yes. Is it as good as the first? No. I'm just being honest. I felt that this movie was more or less a filler to Avengers 4 and an introduction to the quantum realm. Now, the plot line of this movie is save Janet. It was literally like, let's save Nemo, let's save Janet. It was the amount of times let's save Janet is uttered in this movie is persistent, consistent. And then you have the two antagonists. I wouldn't really call Ghost in this movie a villain. She's more of a victim, as I saw her. And as for the other guy, he more or less seemed like a character from 1985 Dallas, just extracted out of 1985 Dallas and put into this movie. It was just a bit odd. Just a bit odd in his determination to get the lab. So there's two issues. Get the lab, save Janet. So, as I say, good movie, standalone movie, difficult. Because, as I say, it had so much connection to Avengers 4, what's going to happen in Avengers 4. So we get a lot of insight to the quantum realm. There's the time vortex issue, there's the getting into different realities, there's the fact that Janet is alive in the quantum realm. Now Janet, this character, she is, as you all know, wife to Hank, mother to Hope, previous scientist of S.H.I.E.L.D. who was presumed dead 30 years ago, but she's been alive and kicking in the quantum realm all this time. So this gives us an insight of who else might be alive after the snap. Once again, it's all about Avengers Infinity War 4. So in this movie, effectively, Hank and Hope established that Janet is still alive in the quantum realm, and they need Scott to facilitate this rescue mission. So effectively, Hank and Hope are still under house arrest, or still they're still literally not house arrest. They're fugitives because of the Accords, and Scott is under house arrest because he went and he helped Cap in Civil War. So he has, in regards to the Accords, he's under house arrest for 3 days. And so the movie does play out. It is funny, it has its comical relief. You've got the same cast members as Luis, who's funny, and once again he does his summary of situations. I love it. I love his accent, and I love how people are just miming to his voice. It's really cute. And so you get the comical relief, you get the good action and special effects. But as I say, overall, this movie is more just an introduction into Avengers 4. Yeah, as a standalone, bit difficult because you think of the antagonist in this movie, which is Ghost. She's literally a victim in this movie. You just want her to get cured. And at the end, when you see Scott, they make on that promise after they save Janet, and Janet somewhat cures Ghost, but not fully. They need some of the quantum energy to fully cure Ghost. And so that's basically what happens at the end. Scott goes back. I'm kind of jumping the whole movie. All I care about is Avengers Infinity War and the connection to from Ant-Man and the Wasp to Avengers Infinity War. Because literally the whole movie of Ant-Man and the Wasp is just save Janet. It's not really about, Ghost. Ghost, as I say, I consider her a victim because she was affected by the quantum realm as a child. So she kind of goes into different realities, and her energy is like, I've forgotten how they described it, but she's like, she just phases in and out. And in order to cure her, she needs the quantum energy. And so right at the end of the movie, that's what Scott tries to achieve, to go back into the quantum realm, to collect some of that energy so they can all cure Ghost. But then that happens and everything shuts down, and then people once again are basically die after the snap, and so then you get an idea of how Avengers Infinity War 4 will kind of kick off. So this movie as a standalone, bit difficult, as I say, I keep on repeating myself, but I think it's more of a filler into Avengers 4. It's a good movie. The villains in this movie, not so much villain as victim, I would say, and the other guy was just pure If you managed to watch an episode of Dallas 1985, just YouTube it. That's what he was like, the guy in the suit. It was just weird. Good movie, yes. Out of 10, I would score it 5.5. No, I'll give it a solid 6. It's a 6. Yeah, it's a good movie. No way as good as the first. The first was a complete standalone movie. But I'm happy to hear that this movie has actually increased its box office takings from the first. So at least there's been that improvement. So it's done well. But yeah, so by all means, it's a good movie. Not as good as the first. And once again, it just kind of get your taste buds ready for Avengers 4 with this movie. Just like, what's going to happen? How they're going to use the quantum realm, the time vortex, different realities, and you kind of get your taste buds going for Avengers 4. So I think I've said Avengers 4 like how many times? I've just basically repeating myself, but yeah, that's effectively it. Yeah, so good movie. By all means, what did you guys think? Did you think that it was just basic plotline? It was like Finding Nemo, Finding Janet throughout the whole movie. So comment below, and I'd like to hear what you guys thought of this movie. If you enjoyed it, if you thought it was like me, a filler for another movie, for the MCU in its entirety with regards to Avengers 4. I'd like to hear what your comments are. So please, by all means, comment below. And yeah, that's me done for today. So please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you could, please. Yeah, anyway, take care, guys.